Hello everyone and welcome back to another Stormworks update video. I hope you're all well and staying safe. In this video, we're covering the update as of today, which is 0.10.18. As always, we'll go over the new features and changes we made, and finally we'll test a few of them out here in the world of Stormworks. Now, if you're enjoying this videos, comment below anything else you'd like to see in any of my future videos. While you're there, don't forget that like and subscribe button, and click the little bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. So as said, let's get straight into it and let's get started with this week's update. And getting started with this week's update, as you've probably heard and seen by the title of this video, Stormworks is now in 64-bit version of the game. No longer do we have to run on the 32-bit version. We now natively supporting the 64-bit, so that's absolutely great. I know a lot of players have been asking for this for a really long time now, so I'm really happy they've gone and done this, and it's a step in the right direction, I feel. Now, in terms of what we actually get in game, we'll get a small FPS increase with this. Devs did mention that we should see probably between 1 to 3% increase on FPS. So not a huge performance gain, but where it does count is that now that we have a 64-bit version, we can now utilize a little bit more of the computer specs. So for example, we can use a little bit more of our memory now, so the system will be able to use as much as it needs to run the game. So this is pretty cool, especially when you're running a few environmental mods or quite a few creations. It should speed up performance quite a bit. The devs did mention that you should see probably a 10% increase on RAM percentage or usage, at least while you're running the game, because it actually can use more of it now. So that's pretty good. Of course, we usually only see around 2 gigabytes, as they mentioned, when you're usually running a game. You see much more than that. This is a very CPU intensive game. It does use graphics, but it's mostly CPU intensive. Now, actually, how to get to 64-bit? Very easy. All you have to do is update the game to version 10.18, and then when Steam launches the game, it will decide whether to run it in 64-bit or it will decide to whether or not on 32-bit, depending on your actual Windows. So depending on what your Windows is installed on, 32-bit, 64-bit, it will decide whether one you want to do it. Now, as I said, it's not too much of a performance increase that we see in game, more of just a good thing to know and good thing to have. But what we're going to do is we're going to load in one of my patrol ships. I'm just going to load it up here, and we're going to spawn in. This used to lag last year quite a bit, and now it runs perfectly smoothly. Now, I can't tell if it's obviously this update or one of the previous ones, but this ship is extremely complex. So many things going on this, so many different pivots and things everywhere around the ship, from these little things over here to hatches in the ground to even the engine room or the crew deck over here where you can go down. There is so much detailing in this ship, and there's so many things going on in it. I honestly, I think this is running much better. As you can see here, we have all our circuit breakers we can get on and the lights, and this performance wise, I don't see it actually lagging at all. So I think it's definitely obviously making a little bit of a difference here and increasing the performance for us. But I think everyone's mileage will vary on this one, but we'll just have to see how it goes. But I'm definitely glad they added this in, and that's pretty much about it for what we got this week. There's no other improvements, no other changes on this for this week's update, but definitely a step in the right direction. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this update, and what else we would like to see in the next coming weeks with the updates here in Stormworks. So that's it for this week's update. If you want to see a full list of the changes and fixes, make sure to go check out the announcement in the Stormworks official Discord server. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it entertaining and informative as always, and we'll see you in the next one.